Bitcoin is better than currency.
My beautiful people, in this video, we're going to talk about the recent price drop in Bitcoin. If Russia approving the new COVID vaccines has anything to do with the Bitcoin's price drop. We're also going to talk about some huge news. Probably one of the biggest news this year is that one of the biggest business intelligence firms just bought Bitcoin for $250,000, making Bitcoin their reserve assets. We're also going to look at some articles predicting Bitcoin to hit $100,000 and $200,000 within the next 2 years. We're also going to look at the chart. If you should be worried about this recent price drops, I'm going to give my outlook and my opinion on what's going on in the chart. And if you should be worried, if any of that sounds interesting to you, you definitely should watch this episode. Welcome to the show, guys. My name is Andreas, and for those who don't know, I've been in the Bitcoin space in 2017. I first started accumulating my first Bitcoins in June of 2017. But let's get right into the news because there is some big Bitcoin news out there today. So let's start with this. World's biggest business intelligence firm buys 21,000 Bitcoin for $250 million. Do you guys realize how insane that is? MicroStrategy confirms it has made Bitcoin its primary treasury reserve asset as institutional uptake takes a dramatic bullish step forward. The world's largest publicly traded business intelligence company, MicroStrategy, has formally adopted Bitcoin as their primary reserve assets. Do you guys understand how bullish this? If you are bullish in Bitcoin, this is a huge step for Bitcoin, and this is just going to open the floodgates for more companies to do the same thing. So this is amazing. In a press release issued on August 11th, MicroStrategy confirmed it has purchased 21,500 Bitcoin for $250 million. Let's see what the CEO has to say. The CEO, Michael J. Saylor, CEO of MicroStrategy, commented in the press release. This investment reflects our belief that Bitcoin, as the world's most widely adopted cryptocurrency, is a dependable store of value and an attractive investment asset with more long-term appreciation potential than holding cash. Did you guys just see what he wrote or what he said? He said that dependable store of value. That is big words because that is what we want. That is what we want people to see and perceive Bitcoin as. And now you see a big company like that calling Bitcoin a store of value. So that is great for Bitcoin. Further down here, we're going to see something else that is pretty incredible. Originally announced on July 28th, the move has nonetheless had a noticeable impact on MicroStrategy's stock price, which has gained 5.7% since. At the same time, the price of Bitcoin has gained over 10%. So since they announced this, the stock has gone up by almost 6%, which is incredible. That just shows you what Bitcoin can do to your business in such a short time. So here is the Bitcoin chart, and I'm going to give my opinion, and we're going to look at the chart if I think this pullback has any significance or what it means. So let's take a look at the charts. Currently right now, I'm at the daily chart. And to me, this looks like a bullish pennant or a continuous pattern. That means we're continuing an uptrend, because they usually look like this. If you take it from the bottom here, the resistance, and then you have it from the top resistant. So as you can see right here, we're kind of forming a bullish pendant, which is forcing the price into this little triangle right here. So the price drop that happened yesterday means nothing. I mean, as you can see right here, Bitcoin bounced perfectly off the trend line. So what I think we're going to see Bitcoin play around in this little area here, and we might expect a breakout by the end of August 20th. And for me, the percentage I would give it 70% to the upside and 30% that we might come down. And if we do come down, these are the levels that we should be looking for. So the levels we should be looking for is this level right here around 10.5, because as you can see right here, this is major resistance, has been major resistance. So hopefully this will be major support in this case. So if we break this bullish pennant, we're going to most likely come down to 10.5 and retest 10.5. What happens from there, I don't know. But the drop yesterday doesn't mean anything in the long term of Bitcoin. We can even go to the 4-hour chart and look how that's looking. And if we look at the 4-hour chart, it's the same thing right here. Continuous pattern of a bullish pennant. And we're going to play around in this little area, and you might expect a breakout later in August. So nothing to worry about Bitcoin. Just keep buying, buy the dips, and everything will be fine. Next article, guys. So if you guys heard about Trezor, you probably heard of it. You have Ledger and Trezor, which are the hardware wallets. So the partner of Trezor is saying that Bitcoin is heading for 14K and 200K in 2021. So let's read what he has to say. The currency outplay of Bitcoin has left many with no option than to believe that a bullish run is close ahead for the cryptocurrency and the entire market. In less than 15 days, Bitcoin moved from $10,000 to $12,000, and this happened post the halving event. So as you can see, there are more and more people starting to believe that Bitcoin is going to reach these new all-time highs of 100,000, 200,000. They're coming out almost daily now, more and more people saying it. Anyways, the analyst further suggests that the present flight presented by Bitcoin indicates a move to $14,000. However, after reaching 14,000, a slope downward to the 9.5K area would take place, giving people accumulation opportunities. Afterwards, Bitcoin will rise to 200,000 by the end of 2021. Imagine that, guys. How good news is that? First of all, you get to accumulate a little. If this guy's right, you get to accumulate a little bit longer, and you get to ride it all the way up to 200K next year. Trader in Nebraska Gunnar captioned a graph showing the trend for his prediction. According to the chart, Bitcoin is deemed to reach 14,000 latest by September or October. This also goes hand in hand with what I believe, that we're in a bullish upwards trend, and then we might get a correction, and then in 2021 is going to be fireworks, right? So that is this article, which is amazing. Let's look at the other one. Second article, which predict a Bitcoin price over $100,000. So a Bitcoin price poll reveals 51% believe that Bitcoin will hit $100,000 before December 2021. And that is also great news. A recent poll showed more investors are bullish on the future price of Bitcoin. Statistician Willy Woo, you should also follow that guy on Twitter. He has great statistics on Bitcoin. Willy Woo believes Bitcoin is in an early main bull phase similar to Q4 2016. Also, macro investor Don Tapero believes price consolidation will first happen before reaching 100,000. So more and more of these old school guys now are even coming out watching Bitcoin, saying that Bitcoin can reach its levels of $100,000. And this is macro investor Don Tapero. A recent survey by crypto analyst Plan B revealed that an increasing number of investors are bullish on Bitcoin's price appreciation, with 51% believing that the benchmark cryptocurrency's price will be greater than 100,000 before December 2021. I mean, that is great, guys. So if I was you, I would just put my head down and work, literally, because this is happening, guys. This is happening. See Willy Woo on Twitter. I recommend you follow him and Plan B. I think this cycle BTC gets to prove itself as a legit macro asset bucket for traditional investors, while the cycle after this it overtakes gold to be the significant digital store of value for a digital age, expecting sovereign wealth funds to deploy this cycle and the next. If that happens, that is incredible for Bitcoin. Me personally, I think just more and more people are going to get into Bitcoin because they're realizing the potential of it is digital. You can program it. It's only 18 million coins because 3 million are lost. And here is Don Tapero, the old school guy. He's saying here on Twitter, tremendous long-term log chart of Bitcoins projects up to 5 to 10x on this run, just breaking up now. Should last a few years as 2.5 years. Consolidation is fantastic base for a catapult up. Break of all highs will have an explosive follow through. Time to sit and be patient. So this is extremely good news for Bitcoin. Look at here is Russia approves the COVID-19 vaccine, if that has anything to do with gold going down or silver or Bitcoin. So let's read here. Gold prices sharply down as Russia approves COVID vaccines. Gold and silver prices are sharply lower in the early US trading Tuesday. With the yellow metal falling below 2,000, traders and investors have put risk back on the table today, due in part to the news overnight that Russia has approved a COVID-19 vaccine. Russian President Vladimir Putin told reporters the vaccine has been given to his daughter. Well, that's pretty big. However, global health experts are still cautioning that Russian vaccine is premature. It has not gone through the full stage 3 trials the last few months. The marketplace is so far Tuesday morning taking the Russian news as very good. October gold futures were last down only $51 an ounce, making it $1,978. And September silver prices were last down $1.48 and is now at 27.785 per ounce. So short, do I think that the COVID announcement, the vaccine announcement has anything to do with the gold drop, the Bitcoin drop, or the silver drop? No, I do not think so. We're going to look at the charts very soon and I'll explain why. And the last thing we're going to read here, a look at the daily chart for both gold and silver today. Still show prices are in a normal downside correction in still strong uptrends. More strong selling pressure this week could produce near-term chart damage. Thus, price action in gold the rest of the week will be critical. Bulls still have the solid overall near-term technical advantage in both metals. So let's just go quickly over to the gold chart here and I'll give my opinion on it. Here you can see the gold chart. This is on the weekly but in the weekly you can even still see that this is a healthy pullback. Let's draw a trend line right here. Let's go from June. On the weekly, gold is looking very bullish. You know, we could pull back to 750, it could pull back to 800. But if we go on the daily chart, it'll give a more clear picture. So let's go to the daily chart. So let's draw a trend line on the gold chart on the daily just to see how gold is doing. As you can see right here, if we draw the trend line for March, you can see gold bounced perfectly off the trend line and it has support. I think gold right now is looking for consolidation because gold just went parabolic. So if you're worried about this price drop, to me this is a perfectly healthy price drop. Everything needs to drop like that when something moves parabolic like this. So there is nothing to worry about at all. And that was it for this video, guys. I really do enjoy making these videos. I'm going to try and make these videos every day. And if you do enjoy my content, feel free to hit that subscribe button. That would really mean a lot to me. And I will see you guys in the next episode. Peace, stay beautiful, and be humble.